relationships we once thought were so vital to a happy life. It's not bad to embrace the fact that those days passed us by when we were busy doing other things.
So you think you got me all figured out?
You have your work, you live with your father, you host family meals for fun.
Both things are true.
I have my job, the pub, my flat, a few friends. I can't say that I'm ecstatically happy, but I can say I'm hardly ever sad.
I'm not saying a whole lot. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, ma'am. The prisoners are... No, ma'am. We do not rent firearms. Ma'am, you have a blessed day as well. Thank you for calling. Sarge, ready to go and get late. For what? We interviewed the chief of police office. I was canceled. About 15 minutes. Are you serious? Two things are true in any precinct. Number one,
welcome, person.
like someone in the ladies' locker room, Kate Bourne, sick as secretary for the last few weeks. Was it you? And number two,
well, I'm pretty sure you weren't talking to me back there. Anything you'd like to get off your chest, brother?
Like saying the harm of a guy that I know.
I can assure you I'm unsurpassed in keeping confidences. Well, you know where to find me. And for the record, I'd already guessed you would agree. Athena, dead giveaway.
Osmond, take Felton down to headquarters on a double. Take the supervisor's arm. Thank you, sir. Good luck. See what happens when you finally fess up to what's going on around here?
Like you were Mr. Forthcoming.
I'm about to be Mr. I gotta get going. I got a Porsche to go.
Download what?
Bye.
Bye.
That's nice. No, good, you can play it. Like I said a while back, I'm done with Call of Duty games, so.
I've never seen you. That's gotta be a family here.
No.
Actually, I was asking for a favor.
My brother and me created me own there for the big game. I know from quality. Him special.
What, that stupid Cold War one?
Here's a little turd.
I'll accept help when I need it.
No, go ahead. I don't have that game on this profile, so I never bought it on this one, so.
Hey, see you.
To be around for as long as possible. The longer I get, the more questions I got about how to be the best cop.
My responsibility
How to
to
be the
make
best
it right.
husband, how to be the best man I can be. And I'll continue if I'm
We all gotta take responsibility, son.
talking to your headstone about all this.
Advanced Warfare? Nobody even plays that game anymore.
Sometimes.
When I should tag along.
No.
The what one?
Your work here.
Oh, that one.
To return it, I know.
So where are you off to in such a hurry? Hillheim? Shit, this is serious. I'll be keeping my eye on.
No.
Next to your mask mandate for New York.
But how will it be enforced? The concerns from business owners. Well?
And dogs are always striving for new highs and new records. When you race against yourself for personal best, the contest can last a lifetime.
Like, go to playing cards so fast and accurate that
Now that Freya's given you the travel room to Helheim, it shall be unlocked on the table.
I think it's something I was born with. I think it's something that's just God-given talent.
I didn't know how dangerous it was. I almost died.
There's a freedom there when you can manipulate your body in ways that you don't go into with your mind.
Farthest reaches of the globe, in search of the extraordinary and unusual. Today, the adventure continues, searching for the world's most bizarre, astonishing secrets. On ribbons, believe it or not. You know it when you see it. Uncanny ability, outrageous talent, the daring, the strange, the bizarre. I'm Bruce Campbell. Get ready for these natural-born thrillers. What you're about to witness is hard to comprehend with the naked eye. Only in slow motion, Rick Smith was dealt.
Bob?
Yes?
Bro! Hey, come here! Hey, sweetie, don't you want to open your presents?
Yeah. Scrub, what's the matter?
I just don't believe in it anymore.
You don't believe in what, sweetie?
I don't believe in Christmas.
Come here.
Slowly. You don't mean that. Christmas is the most wonderful time of year.
Is it about?
Yes.
Really? What's so wonderful about it?
Presents, duh.
Yeah, bro. What about presents?
Uncle Bruce, do you even remember what you got me last year?
Sure I do. It was what did I get?
Yeah, I'm sure I loved it, but I can't remember what it was either. None of us need these presents, so what's the point of doing it every year?
Honey, it's not about the presents, it's about the thought behind them.
And what about all the other great things about Christmas? Like Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Look at this tree, Uncle Jerry. If you really think about it, it's probably sad. One day, it was in the woods, minding its own business. And then, some jerk comes along and chops it down. And now, it's in our house, and we've covered it with lights and festive decorations. How would you like it if someone brought you into their house and covered you in lights and festive decorations?
I won't like it. Not one bit.
Thank you, Luke. Face it, you guys, Christmas is overrated.
Bro.
Hey, big guy, I know we haven't tried it in a minute, but I could really use your help. Thanks for the Christmas wish. It's been a lot of fun. But could you please make it stop now? Your friend, Rogan.
Throwing play cards.
Let me take this moment to tell you that what you're about to do is Odin can survive.
But
So,
today,
hope
he's
those
pushing
blades
his
work.
skill to a whole new level.
Don't worry, they will.
Sever a tiny olive mid-toss from halfway across the room. Believe it?
Is this the bridge Freya spoke of?
No, we're after the Bridge of the Damned. The dead use it to cross into their permanent home, the city of Helheim. The bridgekeeper who minds admission, he's the one we want. Just follow this bridge. Should lead us straight to him. I know. This place again.
When I was 7 years old, my dad showed me a magic trick. My uncle showed me a coin trick, and that possibly could. But I learned how to throw playing cards by One day I got to the sock, went to my socks, throw return. I pulled out my deck of playing cards, between my two fingers, brought it back, and I snapped my wrist downwards, just like I would throw a ball.
Use the fire of your blades to burn away that hell's bramble blocking the path.
I didn't even see anything of it until one of my friends brought in a world record book. And he showed me the world record for throwing a playing card. At the time, it was 201 feet.
One of the many reasons we went back for those blades.
Really?
216 feet is 72 yards, more than half the length of the football field. And a astonishing rate of 150 years. Back in the 1870s, card throwing was first popularized by French musician Alexander Herman, better known as Herman the Great. The Herman grip, as it became known, involves gripping the middle of a playing card horizontally between the thumb and the middle finger, while the index finger rests on the corner of the card nearest the hand and away from the bottom. The wrist is cocked quickly, the hand is low, and the foot twists the outward corner of the card. Slicing the air perfectly flat, minimizing any air resistance that might slow it down.
Too many. The gate must be closed, and if the gate's closed, then it's true. Hell's full up. Without the Valkyrie to sort and kill them, hell is overwhelmed.
I found out that I could throw the playing card so fast and accurate that just a regular paper playing card could slice through a cucumber, a carrot, a light bulb, a soda can.
When I was a freshman in December. It was very impressive. He was throwing cards 92 miles an hour. I definitely never move. Sometimes I'll flinch if he does throw it really fast.
At that blazing speed, one bad throw, and Courtney could cut her face.
I trust him, but it's still terrifying.
Rick's proven that he can throw long. But now, he's really testing his ability. Setting his sights on a moving object that gets less than an inch long.
There's a lot of things that go into this. I have to watch when the olive is released. I have to release the card at the exact moment and slice the olive in half in midair.
Rick carefully takes stock. Calculations through his mind.
Just seeing him practice and first thing around what damage they can actually do. So I feel that I have been given this opportunity to share it with the world.
Rick Smith harnessed his golden arm into a platinum.
When we killed the Reavers near my home, they came here. How did they return so quickly?
Time doesn't move the same between all realms, especially where the spirit world is concerned.
Like the light of Alpine.
The opposite, in fact. The Lake of Souls feels faster than Alpine time, but Hell is much slower than Midgard. Sorry, I'm sure that's confusing.
Some of the most rewarding things in life come out of being uncomfortable.
Believe it or not,
aren't
her
you a good
life's
study?
pursuit is also her greatest fear. Now, she's about to take on her biggest thrill and greatest nightmare at the same time. A wedding ceremony, 400 feet in the air, that could easily kill her and her husband-to-be before anybody says, I do. ago, Kimberly decided to face her fears through sport and slackline.
It was a safe way for me to push past my fear heights without having to like stand on the edge of a cliff and look down and hope it gets better. Then I saw a photo of highlining and I was just blown away. Highlining is when you take that piece of webbing and you put it really high up in the air and you really should walk fast over there. Shuts your body down and you don't have control over your body. It's the most primal, instinctual reaction. Everything in your body is telling you to not be up there.
The reaction to fear starts in the amygdala inside the brain. Once the amygdala detects danger, it triggers stress hormones. Pupils dilate, breathing accelerates, heart rate and blood pressure rise. The body is prepared for fight or flight. Not exactly conducive to one's wise.
And she would just sit there because it's so much emotion. Your body's screaming.
Is it within hell?
Valhalla is part of Asgard. Only the worthy dead go there, the warriors who die in glorious combat. Hell is for those who die in dishonor.
Criminals.
Aye. And those dead of disease, mishap, age.
It is dishonorable to report.
Well, never too late to go out fighting, I suppose.
Started, or are you going to quit and leave the edge?
So when I saw Kim come down the aisle, it was like, this is it. This is a magical moment.
Everyone's got to die somehow.
Fewer than 5 performers in the world currently swallow swords with a 90-degree curve. Only 2, including this man, can swallow over 100.
High school football, it's like church. It unites our community.
There's a killer among us.
The victims are
kind of why we do it. It's to push past that fear and to not let it control us. One day, it just clicked. I was so
Killing the bridgekeeper helped the dead leave Midgard.
I don't expect it will. I don't suppose it will make things any worse either. There'll be one less obstacle for the living to reach the inner sanctum of Helheim. Who'd be mad enough to go there?
And then from there, it just kept getting better.
Now, Kimberly and her fiancé Ryan are ready to take
Bridge of the Damned. And there's the keeper, making sure the dead are really dead.
What is that he holds?
That totem contains a powerful source of magical energy, the very power of Helheim itself. What will you?
Just felt like the perfect place to get married.
Just take it and we can leave.
How?
Start some trouble. You can do that, right?
Off the ground, and maybe another 400 feet down to where the river is.
We built an island to it, which is also made out of letting you live from the airport. This is something that you can walk on. We made it so that a family can join us out there if they want to. And that was the first time anything like that happened.
5 points. Each of these lines can support
one of the 5 legs those limbs to fall off if they're not attached. Okay, fingers. You feel okay. I think we're ready to get married.
My dad, he was so determined to walk me down the aisle. It was so cute. And our friends practiced walking me down the aisle because of that. It's hard to walk with 2 people on it.
believe that the idol kept him on there, but he only had a sling around his neck. His neck got too far and fell off. So when I stopped thinking of that idol, I have all my friends around that energy we were aiming for with all of this knowledge. It's just like boom. It's like this is it's really special.
I must ask you, that you agree to love Ryan, join me today?
Oh, yeah.
It's my honor and privilege to know you husband and wife.
Whatever.
Brother, you are Mr. Red.
If you push past them.
Kid confronted her greatest fear head on. But for one unusual phenomenon, holding his mind no matter, takes mind over sharp-edged pain. And if this guy tries to swallow his feelings, it's game over. My name is Di Andrews, and I'm a sword swallower, martial artist, and sword swallowing business knows is a narrow road to success. But now, Guy is forging a dangerous new path, one that could kill him in a matter of minutes. Five guys in the world currently swallow swords with a 90-degree one of just that's only 120 swords. Always been drawn to sharp objects. The bed of nails is a real classic in mind over body performance, but I wanted to see a little bit more extreme. So I replaced the standard bed of nails with a bed of 5 razor-sharp machetes. Themselves to the next level, and I am able to employ those same methods for myself. That cinder block adds 34 pounds of pressure.
You'll have to get your hands
When that
dirty.
sledgehammer hits, the stakes increase dramatically. One of these blades could sever his spine. Then again, Di's been training for this his whole life. Started in all this at age 5. Unlike every other kid, I just never stopped. But as I got older, I got interested in things that were real. I learned about Houdini and escape artistry. I learned to free myself from handcuffs and straitjackets. I was fascinated by artists who could perform mind-over-body feats. So was Robert Ripley. He sought them out all over the world. Like Edna Price, who got her start in the sideshow business at just 16. With her talent for plunging sharp blades and neon tubes down her throat, Ripley crowned her Queen of Sword Swallowers. The first time you swallow a sword, it's frightening, obviously. All kinds of things that you've never felt before. The first step is then to try and break those sensations down and say, oh, I feel this thing and I don't like it. Don't stop. What is it? Where is it coming from? How is it being triggered?
My father.
Your father was Zeus? Zeus?
This is the mental process that you go through practicing mind over body.
What is that place?
Never go,
go there. Understand?
Reveals the inner working of Di's performance. when I swallow the sword, it's down the
How
tongue.
is he here?
I use the tongue
That
as
is
a
not
guide
possible.
through the first
It's
esophageal
just an
sphincter.
illusion.
Will then
Hell's known for
continue to
torturing
go
its
down the
inhabitants with
esophagus
their own
until you
past.
get a second
We should
sphincter
focus
at
on
the top
getting
of the
back to
stomach.
your son.
Then the sword blade will enter the stomach itself, or it can travel all the way to the bottom. That is, if it all goes right. If you puncture your trachea, you might not be able to breathe. If you puncture a lung, you might collapse. The biggest danger is if you puncture your stomach or the lining of your esophagus itself, at which point the digestive
That block needs a
fluids
gust
from
of
your
hell's
system
wind to open
pour
it.
out and start digesting the inside of your body. You have 20 minutes to live at that point.
He's supposed to be here.
No matter how much control you have over your internal
Real quick,
organs,
give me your
Give me your
blades.
blades.
will pass or
Said I'll
occur
help you, ain't.
I ain't.
Come on.
certainly not for this monster. And
My equipment's in nick good. Be right back.
You don't suppose he nicked us, do you?
Yeah. Now they're ready for the winds of hell. Target this magical glowing bit here with your blades and... Bro!
the triumph over 120 dies with a sword to his body. He'll have to bend his body to the sword. If he stands up, the blade will destroy him from the inside out.
I sometimes wonder if there was once some sort of accident in his brain.
We have been away too long.
For balance. This next young man has taken balance to the extreme. He can balance on his face. The big deal is to offer those challenges. Look at the top of this 10-foot ladder. While balancing this 6-foot ladder, using this jump.
Watch your back!
I can't do a handstand walk. I can't walk on a slack line. I just can balance things on my face. If someone were to try to learn this, my advice would be to look at the very top of the item, and wherever it's falling, kind of move your head in that direction to kind of get underneath the object. If you had a baseball bat on your nose, you would have to feel where it's kind of falling before it falls. I've been doing this for 18 years. I have never dropped a single item. This is just a God-given talent. I was bored one day at baseball practice. I was 11 years old and I balanced a bat on my nose. I thought anyone could do it, so didn't really show it off to many people.
Sorry, brother, I'm still stuck in what I heard back there. Zeus was your father?
Not now. We should focus on getting out of hell.
And with that, I cannot argue.
So nervous
Just
the
contemplate
first
that little
time I
nugget
saw
in
him
silence
do
there.
anything, because first of all, I thought he was going to get hurt. I thought it was extremely weird. Who is able to figure out they can do this? Why do I have this skill? I think it was something I was born with.
Balance is controlled in our inner ears, where fluid and fine hair-like sensors help the body know exactly where it is in space. If the system isn't functioning, you'll feel seasick, all the time. For some reason, Tyler was born with an almost superhuman sense of balance.
The first time I ever tried to balance anything, a bike, a chair, a wheelbarrow, a ladder, the first time I was doing it. I don't think people can practice it and acquire a skill.
Tyler isn't the only genius in the balancing business. Pretty strong man with his massive 22-inch neck steadies the heaviest objects on top of his head, including this 352-pound cup. An impressive amount of weight, but what Evans does with power is everything. Tyler would choose using only to keep his face. Now, his most, believe it or not,
it's 55 pounds of aluminum, so I have to muscle up and I balance the 6-foot ladder on my face while balancing myself on the 10-foot ladder.
Stover's makes you happy, folks. With 2 times the meat, 3 times the cheese, you can't be anything. Stover's.
I hope you're bound. I need you today. I'm mountain of tools to fulfill many wishes. Must be carried across all roads and all bridges. And when everyone is smiling and having their fun, I can turn my flame on because the job here is done.
It's not magic that brings more holiday deliveries to homes in the U.S. than anyone else. It's the hard-working people at the United States Postal Service.
Road home for the holidays, where the ultimate driving machine becomes the ultimate cruise through 3 states.
We shouldn't delay, brother. It's straight back to Midgard.
Around the corner from our obstruction machine. And even the ultimate we could get out of there faster than the machine. Because at BMW, we know how we used to. So we created the ultimate, whatever your road home looks like, machine.
Finally understand. I'm dangling from the hip of the bloody ghost of Sparta.
Do not call me that.
It's the last minute gift sale.
I have
Get 20% off store buy.
Still a bit to take in. I knew you'd be gods, but you really can't stay away from them, can you?
This is how we shine.
You must say
At
nothing
sale,
to the
the diamond store.
You must never know.
Don't just clean it. Clean it. OxyClean laundry and home sanitizer
Has to know.
99.9%
Never
of
be
bacteria
whole
and
without the
viruses.
truth. Look, I get it. You hate the gods, all gods. It's no accident that includes yourself. And it
It's
includes
55
your
pounds of
boy.
aluminum, so I have to muscle up above my face. When I feel I haven't balanced on my
begin
chin,
to help it,
I let go of my
because you
hands
haven't even
and
told
keep it
them.
up there for as
It's
long as
all
possible.
connected, man.
People don't realize this, but balancing ladders on your face, it hurts. I feel the pressure in my chin, in my neck, in my back. I feel it.
It's never been tested like this before.
Hey, so you know that shortcut between realms? Well, I made it then. Or I might have
We use that.
I know you do.
There's a lot
So
of ways
I took a
can
few
lose
cuts
focus,
from
I
them
get
winds of
distracted,
hell and made it
and
so
the
it
ladder
ain't
comes
just
tumbling down, and I come tumbling down. The only thing that I have to balance on is my feet at top of the
There's an
ladder.
idea. Just go, brother.
I kind of discovered this by accident,
Don't worry,
and now here I am, 10 years later, I'm traveling to Europe, I'm traveling across the
I'm
country.
none the worse for wear.
As long as people want to bring me out, I'm going to come out and entertain their fans.
The average person takes 23,000
What's the matter?
breaths a day.
Try out that shortcut
Most,
between
we
realms.
don't even
I'm not enough yet.
But this man
Okay.
puts us all into every inhale, every exhale. He's a
Yeah,
ruthless
okay.
breather, and
So
he's
when I
about
get to
put his lungs to the ultimate
36.5,
test, using
yeah.
only his airways to lift a truck off its wheels. Believe it or not.
Alright, let's go.
You shouldn't delay. That's the shortcut between realms, brother. Use it.
Look at this. What do you think about this, Winter Jackson?
Whew. 5,000 pounds. Brian Jackson will need to apply more force with his lungs than he's ever suffered. You guys want to do today? Without blowing out his own lungs.
Well, you gentlemen certainly know how to get around.
I truly believe this is what I was called to do, or I wouldn't do it. My dad was Seminole Indian and my mom was Cherokee. About 9 years old, moved to a little town called Roca, Oklahoma. And it wasn't until that time that I really was introduced to people that didn't like Indians. I found out there was a lot of prejudice.
In his late teens, Brian's life took a dark turn. He struggled with drug abuse and was repeatedly in trouble with the law.
What happened?
They asked me all the time, how did you kick your addiction? I didn't kick my addiction. I redirected it. Now my addiction is world records. There was a guy from Luxembourg that blew up and burst a hot water bottle for a world record. And I remember thinking,
well, this isn't right. Yeah, but close enough. He did say there were kinks.
We must hurry.
I started training. I didn't know how dangerous it was. Those hot water bottles hold more pressure than my lung tissue should hold.
A hot water bottle is made of a high-density rubber. On average, it is at least 12 times thicker than a balloon. So the pressure needed to inflate it to the bursting point is enormous.
When I'm blowing a pipe, I have to stop all that pressure on my throat. I've heard it from scientists, medical experts, that I can blow my lungs out. When you're blowing up a hot water bottle, it works your neck, your back, your shoulders, your arms, even down your legs. And it takes every ounce of energy for me to blow into something that wasn't made to blow up. And then you hope to blow it up till it bursts.
Brian succeeds in this challenge like no one else, mainly because his lung capacity pumps out 26% more airflow than the average person. His core muscles act as one massive air compressor, generating tremendous force and pressure. After his success with hot water bottles, Brian started to expand his repertoire.
I know a lot of people think I'm nuts and a fool and ecstatic. I want to see if I can lift a car with just my lung strength. I had never lifted a car. The scientists and medical experts told me this is going to kill him.
I let my needs, my fears,
We put that lift bag underneath the car. I start blowing into this thing, and I can start hearing that car.
I couldn't see his resentment.
I breathe in and I breathe out, and all of a sudden the tire comes off the ground, and everybody starts celebrating.
Have faith in him. I know the
Brian holds 12 world records. He's lifted a 2,780-pound car and a 3,000-pound SUV. Today, he's attempting something he's never done before. This will be the heaviest object Brian has ever lifted.
Oh, look at the size of that truck.
This trailer weighs over 5,000 pounds. It would take a Black Hawk helicopter to lift it off the ground. Or just one man with some very impressive lungs.
I want to put the bags down on the ground. The plywood will be on top of it, so when the lift bags come up under the trailer, nothing pops it. Okay. A little bit forward, just a minute. Good. The bags have been tested. Should be free flow into all three bags, so none of them will inflate more or less than the other ones. It should be constant. That's a big trailer. Woo!
Brian Jackson, this is going to be something that a lot of people really don't understand. They're probably thinking, why are you doing this? He has some of the strongest lungs in the world.
I will not forget this.
Let's do it.
Your father did the debating.
You have done enough.
One way. Yeah, this is the way.
Chippendale's crime dog?
That's Venom.
Talk about killer apps.
Yeah, he's straight good.
Sorry. Guess we're going.
There's something for everyone on Discovery Plus. Stream now for just $4.99.
Now then, before Modi so rudely interrupted us, we were just about to explore Tier's vault.
Yes. Find the black room. Boy, do you know the way from here?
Sure you do.
This is Smoky Shine. At sale, the diamond store.
Curiosity pushes you forward. It's what inspired Naomi to create an unrivaled wine using the best from California to push flavor in new directions for a taste like no other. Naomi, flavor forward.
Thanks for coming. Now, when it comes to a financial plan, this broker is your man. Let's open your binders to page 188.
Carl, are there different planning options in here?
Options?
Plans we can build on our own, or with help from
Lad, we need a
like
boat.
Schwab does.
We adjust our plan, or like if we buy a new house.
And our son just started working out.
Do you offer a complimentary retirement plan for you?
Like it free? Just like Schwab.
Look forward to planning with Schwab.
What are you saying you're gonna do? You're gonna download what?
I get more worried.
Brian has to generate the same amount of lift as over 227,000 helium balloons